Hey, my name is Andreas and I'm a 31-year-old dad. I work full-time, I have all these responsibilities, and I wanted to have a system that works with my life. So I found a way, and now I'm going to make this video so you can watch this video, and after this video you will understand what it really takes to get it going. This video is for you if you're a successful dad or a man that performs well in almost every area, but your health is the one thing that is missing. You have built a career, you've built the family, you can handle pressure, you solve problems on your work, people rely on you. But when it comes to your own health, you keep telling yourself that you're going to handle it later, or you're just too busy right now, so there's no time. And I'm going to show you that you actually have time. So you can't blame when work is going to slow down, when your kids get older, when you have more time. And let's just be honest, life is not going to get less busy. You're just going to probably have more responsibilities. You're busy at work, leading teams, and you need a system that works around your life, that works around your work, your family, all the things you have planned. And that's why I created the Metabolic Recomp Method. And here are a few clients that have helped, and we can talk a little bit more about them later in the video. So who is this for? This is for the man or the dad who wants to lose the belly, who wants to build a muscle, feel confident again and have more energy, but you don't want fitness to take over your life. You might work 40, 50 hours per week. You might have kids. You might travel for work. You have business dinners. You have responsibilities at work. You might enjoy going out on the weekends, have a dinner with your wife or your partner. And I don't think any of those things should prevent you from being in great shape or just feel healthy and active and positive, and you have all this energy so you can play with your kids or be present with your wife. But if you're just here for another quick fix, then this video is not for you, because I don't want you to lose the same 10 kgs or 20 pounds over and over again with this new challenge. I'm not that kind of guy that's going to give you a 6-week program and then you get back to your old lifestyle. I'm not that guy, because my philosophy and the thing that I want to help people with is to build something that you can keep forever. That's something that fits your life, something that is tailored to your life situation, your schedule, and that works for as long as you want to. I know this because I've been through this myself, where I lost around 20 kgs in a pretty short period of time. But looking back, losing the weight was not the biggest thing, the biggest transformation. Sure, the body is nice to lose and everything and build a muscle, but the most important thing that I learned is the mindset, the new person that I became, the character traits that I just stopped trying to be perfect. I just stopped feeling guilty about food. I learned how to train properly. I learned how to eat well most of the time while still enjoying restaurants, drinks, and the foods that I love. Because I enjoy going out for dinner. I enjoy doing happenings, celebrations, I don't want to take that away from my life. I want to enjoy my life as much as possible. I want to be present. I want to be positive. I want to have fun. That's the core thing in my life. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy, but I also want to feel good, and I want to be the best version of myself, have the best physique, have the most energy, perform in every area, not just in the gym, at work, be present with my wife, with my kids. And it's just a big domino effect of everything. And once I became a father, this was even more obvious for me, that I need to take care of my health. I need to be a good example. I need to be someone that shows self-respect, discipline, keeps the promises to myself, and also shows my daughter that this is how you're supposed to live your life. You're supposed to not just settle down for good enough. You should always try to improve. But I would say training and nutrition are very strong pillars that will affect your life in so many areas. So when you get these two locked in, there's a lot of benefits that will come with it. It's like more energy, or more confidence, or more patience, more strength, more years of feeling good in my own body. And that became the whole philosophy on the kind of coach that I want to be. I want to give people the things that I got from this transformation. And I just wanted to show that it's possible to live this life, because I've ran into a few problems myself where I think a lot of dads or successful men can recognize themselves with, is that you maybe think that you need to train 6 days a week, or you can never eat out, you can never drink alcohol, no holidays, you need to track everything, and everything needs to be perfect on perfect conditions. But life will happen eventually. You can't just follow a perfect plan who's just working for someone that has no responsibilities or no schedule. It's important to have a plan that works year-round during all the circumstances, so you don't lose the same weight over and over again, because you're starting a new challenge and you're doing it for a certain amount of time, and maybe you're motivated in the beginning and it works out very good, but you're very restricted and you just want to live through this period. You might get results, but as soon as you're finished, you'll just, life will come back to you. It's easy to start binging. You get old habits back because now you're free from this challenge or whatever. And I don't want you to lose the same 10 kgs or 20 pounds over and over again. You do this challenge, you finish, and then your life gets back to normal. Then you need a new challenge or a new program, a new system. And that's where my metabolic recomp method comes in. You know, we, instead of trying to force your life around fitness, we build fitness around your life, your career, your family, your traveling, your schedule, your food preference, your goals. And then we do it through 4 stages. It's the rebuild, recomp, integrate, and then become. And I will go through all these stages right here. So if we just take the first one, rebuild, this is where we will look at where you are now, your current situation, what's holding you back, your schedule, your training, your nutrition, your activity, your biggest obstacles. And then we create the structure that you need, your new routines, your new habits, when you're going to train, what you're going to eat, how you should track it, what happens when work gets busy, what happens when you travel, what happens when you have all these responsibilities, when you have plans, it's a busy week. We handle all those things, how you should think and what you should do in those situations, how you should think each week, each month, and just so on. And like I said before, your plan needs to work on your worst week, not only on your best week. Moving on to stage 2, which is the recomp. This is where we change your body, you build a muscle, you lose fat, you learn how to train properly, you learn how to push yourself, you learn how to track your lifts, progressive overload, training to failure. You get stronger over time, and you don't need to spend your life in the gym. You don't need 6 sessions per week. You just need 3 effective sessions, which could be 30 to 40 minutes each. You just need to learn how to train right, train with efficiency, and execute it right. And then stage number 3, which is integrate. And this is one of the most important parts, because I don't want you to lose the same 10 kgs or 20 pounds that you've done before, because I want us to create something that is long-term. And this is the part where you will learn how to live with the result, how to keep the body, how to keep the life, how to keep the routines, how to keep the habits. And all of a sudden you're just this new person who has a new normal, new standards, and it doesn't feel like you're following a plan anymore, because this is just who you are, because it's just so easy to do it. So something that I think is very important is how you view what you eat in a week. I want you to think in weeks, months, years. I don't want you to think day by day, or, you know, I want to have a long-term way of thinking, because that's the fastest way to get results. If you accept that it's going to take time, then you won't be stressed, and then you will just do what you're going to do each week. One day won't ruin anything. Let's just say you eat 28 meals per week. Do all 28 need to be perfect? No. Maybe 25 of those could be whole foods, you know, fish, eggs, rice, potatoes, with some sauce, vegetables, you know, just normal food. Doesn't have to be boring or anything like that. And then you still have room for the other 3-4 meals. Could be pizza, chocolate, beers, drinks, you know, dinner with your wife, you know, because that's life. Life happens, and I'm not the kind of guy who wants anyone to be restricted. I want you to learn how you should enjoy your favorite foods, how you can enjoy your life, because I'm just going to help you account for it. We're going to teach you how to not avoid your favorite foods. The goal is to teach you how to enjoy them without losing control. And finally, we have stage number 4, which is become. This is your new normal, your new standards. This is where the biggest transformation happens. I want you to become the person that maintains a healthy body. You understand training, you understand food, you understand what to do when you're traveling, you understand what to do when work gets crazy, you understand how to handle a busy week, and you will stop negotiating with yourself every day. You keep the promises to yourself, and eventually being fit is not something that you need to constantly think about. It becomes a part of who you are. And a lot of people, they just focus on the visual change, you know, the body. It's the visual change, that's the kind of transformation. You can see the before and after picture, but the most important thing is that you realize that you have more energy, you feel better at work, you feel more confident, you feel that you're more present with your family, you have more patience, you can trust yourself again, and that's the person that you want to become. Now, just a little bit quick, the cost of doing nothing. I just want to talk about this. If you're watching this and you maybe understand the information, but you're not just taking action yet, and I just want you to understand the cost of doing nothing. It's always... We're always thinking about what it's going to cost us, you know, the time, the effort, the money, maybe the uncomfortable workouts, changing how we eat, but, you know, what does staying the same going to cost you? Maybe another year of you feeling uncomfortable in your body, another year with less energy, maybe another year where you avoid photos, another year telling yourself you'll start when work gets easier, and maybe another year where your health keeps moving down on the priority list. And then all of a sudden 5 years have passed, and to be honest, you don't need to wait for your life to calm down, because it probably won't. And that's why you need a system that works with your life when your life is happening. And if we come back to the people that I've helped so far, here are just a few. I just wanted to give you some insight on their situation, and maybe you feel like you're in a pretty similar situation, so you can understand that it works for you as well. If we just take, we can start by taking Joel here. He worked a lot as a consultant, and he couldn't really figure out how he should. He was already training, but he had a big struggle with figuring out how he should eat. You know, he was traveling, dinners out on business meetings, and he couldn't really just fit his schedule into it. So we just simplified everything for him, just made a few changes, and we applied the Metabolic Recomp Method. And now all of a sudden he lost 25 kgs in 6 months. And here we have Anders. He came to me. He has kids and a pretty demanding job where he's traveling, he's out for dinners, and he wanted to lose a few kgs to be able to fit into his wedding suit because he was getting married in a few months. And we just teach him the same method. He lost 5 kgs in 3 months, fitted into his wedding suit, and felt amazing on his wedding day, which is very powerful and really good job. It's not just about like losing the weight, or you know, it's more about like creating this powerful transformation for people where they reach the goal that they want. It could be that they want to lose a certain amount of kgs or pounds, but it could also be that they want to look a certain way or feel a certain way. And that's the most important thing to me, that they feel happy, that they've reached their goal. Because yeah, that's why I love doing this. And here we have Theo. He lost 16 kgs in 8 months, and he has a pretty physical job, so he felt pretty drained when he got back home. So he worked out for 3 to 4 sessions per week, and we just learned him a little bit more about food and what he should do and what he should not do. He's actually a close friend to me, so we've been out for drinks, dinners pretty much every weekend since he started with me, and he's still been able to lose 16 kgs in 8 months. And this is probably the coolest one. It's Morten. He's 64. Age is just a number. He's been working with me for 3 months. He's been out fishing during summer, traveling, and he's had a lot of stuff going on. And he's just been working out in the gym for 2-3 times per week, been doing some cycling. We just changed a few things with his nutrition and according to his life, you know, so it would fit that he could still do all the things that he loved. And now he's down 6.5 kgs in 3 months, which is very impressive. And I just wanted to show you just a little bit what you would get if you decided that you wanted to start work with me. You will get a nutrition structure. You'll have access to recipes, tools you need. We will build everything tailored to you, your schedule, your life situations. We will track your progress, review your week. Then we will just adjust everything every week. You will get accountability, direct coaching from me. You can message me whenever you want to. We will also have a weekly one-on-one call with me where we just go through everything and talk about whatever it could be. So we always know what your next steps are, so you can make the most amount of progress each week. And we change the plan when your life changes, because your life is going to change anyway. So we're going to adapt it to your situation, your life, your schedule, so it works year-round, whenever. And this is the last system that you will ever need. And the goal for the coaching is also for you to be able to stand on your own feet, if that's in 6 months or in 12 months, depending a little bit on what your goals are and how fast we can get everything going. So if you're watching this and you've watched this far and you think this is exactly what I need, then there's a button below this video, which is a application. So you can just click it, fill it out, just answer a few questions, and then we will have a conversation about where you are, where you want to go, what's been holding you back, and if this is a program that will fit you, and if you feel that it is, then we can move on from that. And if you feel like it's not, then that's totally fine. And before you book, this is, like I said before, it's for successful men, successful dads who are ready to stop putting their health at last. You've built a career, you've built a family, and you've built a life that you're proud of, but now it's time to build a body. So check out the application below, fill it out, and let's build something together. I'll talk to you soon.